Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
I'm forced to put a plate because I'm wearing a short and I'm not there to show you my legs, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, it's really a contradiction. It's so hot today that I'm forced to wear a short, but I have to put a plaid. I'm gonna drink a tea, so it's gonna be worse, like truly. I think that maybe, you know, at some point during this video, suddenly you're gonna see a zoom on my face and you're gonna be like, what happened? Why did she change, you know, the screen and stuff like that? It's only gonna be because of the fact that I'm wearing a shirt and like it's really hot, so ew! You're only gonna have that, you know, of me. I didn't say hi. Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch a movie because you know that I'm reacting to one movie each month that you are choosing on my Patreon, that you have with 1 month of advance and with an extended reaction part. And you know also that for movies, extended reaction part, it's really long. This month you had the choice between 3 movies and I chose them because they were popular, you know, during 2021. I didn't watch them and I thought that it could be interesting, you know, to watch them with you. First, I chose Coda because of the fact that, I don't know if you know it, but it's a readaptation of a French movie which was really popular when it was out. And you guys in US, you took it, you made it your own, and this Coda won a lot of prizes, so that's why I put it, you know, into that poll, that movie, because I wanted to know that it was that great and what maybe they changed with our version of that movie in France. Into the same poll I put Dune, that movie, because it's a huge one, you know, which won also a lot of prizes, which was really popular, you know, when it was out, and it's also the readaptation of old movies coming from books and stuff like that. It's really, I put it into that poll and I warned you, I don't know the story, I'm really gonna discover the story, the characters for the first time, so I'm gonna give my opinion on this movie for what it is, you know, not for a comparison with the old movies and stuff like that. And the third movie that I put on that poll, it's The Power of the Dog, because I really appreciate the work of Jane Campion, so I was like, maybe I'm gonna appreciate this movie also. And you chose between Coda, Dune and The Power of the Dog, you chose Dune, which surprised me, I have to be honest with it, because you chose it really in majority, and it surprised me because I told you that I didn't know at all that story, at all these characters, so I was not gonna compare stuff and I was really just gonna give my opinion on this movie for what it is, for these characters, for how they are played right there, for the environment, how it's represented right there, and that I can't make the comparison with old movies, old stuff. And still, you seemed interested by my opinion about it, so I'm like, yes, I was surprised, you know, I was surprised, but I'm glad, because that was such a huge movie when it was out, everyone was talking about it and also I want to know how it's gonna be, and also because the casting, Zendaya, Timothée Chalamet, I want to see them also on screen playing that kind of role. I think that it's gonna be fun, so that's it. Let's go for this movie. I don't have a lot to say more, you know, about it, if not to tell you again that if you want to have my Patreon, on which for movies you can choose them, you have them with 1 month of advance and with an extended reaction part. I have trouble to speak today, no? Like, I have the impression that all of the words, they are fighting, you know, into my mouth, all of the words to be out, but not into the right order, you know, that's not going out well. Okay, it's that kind of day, you know, if you want to know my mood before beginning this movie, it's that kind of day, you know. Too many words into my mouth and I'm into a good mood, you know, it's hot outside. I'm gonna have a good week normally. That kind of week. That kind of mood. Let's go for this movie. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oi oi! Oh, okay, it's really that kind of mood.
These outsiders, the Harkonnens, came long before I was born.
Okay, all of this word.
Our warriors couldn't free Arrakis from the Harkonnens.
Harkonnens.
But one day, by imperial decree, they're gone.
They went away. It was the first scene, you know, which was really impressive. All of the effects, all of the situation. And it's a good introduction for someone like me who really don't know anything.
Just can't hear you come on me.
Telepathic power?
Give me the water.
The Fremen shared a deep desert with the giant sandworms, known to the Fremen as Shai Hulud. Exposure to spice has given the tribe their characteristic blue eyes. For the Fremen, spice is the sacred hallucinogen, which preserves life and brings enormous health benefits. Without spice, interstellar travel is impossible, making it by far the most valuable substance in the universe.
Not good for them.
Rebuild navigators a total of 1.46 million 62 Solaris round trip.
Okay, so they're not just coming there to say hi.
Representatives of the Spacing Guild and a sister of the Bene Gesserit.
It's like a cult.
House Atreides shall immediately take control of Arrakis. The Emperor asks us to bring peace to Arrakis. House Atreides accepts.
I've been having dreams about Arrakis and the Fremen.
One in particular, no?
I saw your mind dead, fallen in battle.
Yeah, you. Want some muscle?
Me?
No.
With this costume, with this appearance and all, I want to see him playing, you know, in a Tim Burton movie.
The great houses look to us for leadership. And this threatens the Emperor. By taking Arrakis from the Harkonnens and making it ours, he sets the stage for a war.
Maybe no better than Harkonnen.
No. By making an alliance with the Fremen. That's what I've sent Duncan Idaho to arrange.
My own father said,
A great man doesn't seek to lead. He's called to it. And he answers.
and if your answer is no, you'll still be the only thing I ever needed you to be. My son.
That's a good relationship.
I'll to
Can you not die?
find
You know, the father who wants to put his legacy on his son who has some doubts.
How can the Emperor take everything we built and give it to that dude?
Don't be too sure it's an act of love.
It's a trap. Musics are great, costumes are great, environments, all of the different stuff are really great. For the characters, I have the impression that we didn't have a lot, you know, for them. Some things right there to define a little of each, but it's really a little. And for the story, for those like me, you know, don't know it, rough. I have a lot of doubts, you know, about what I saw, what I can understand from it.
She wants to know about your dreams.
How does she know about my dreams? You dismissed my mother in her own house.
Come here, kneel.
Poison needle. Instant death. The test is simple. Remove your hand from the box, and you die.
That's not a test, that's a threat. Can you feel his pain?
Face my fear, not me. Also, I'm an instrument.
You have that strength, but that strength, it's coming from really deep, you know, inside of him, or from something else, someone else.
If you had been unable to control your impulses like an animal, we could not let you live. Do you often dream things that happen just as you dream them? Not exactly. Goodbye, young human. I hope you live.
You didn't help him at all.
If he is the one, he has a long way to go. His sight is barely awakened, and now he goes into the fire.
There is a prophecy or something like
We
that?
have do you see so little hope?
Around one
But
male.
yes, we have done all we can for you. The path has been laid.
Maybe she seemed cold and all with him, but I think that she truly loves him and that she is truly also afraid for him, like maybe she would have loved to have a son without power.
What does it mean? That I could be the one?
You know about it also.
Powerful enough to bridge space and time. Past, future.
Ah, that's why you're so interested that he can see.
It's all part of the plan.
What is he supposed to do? You know it's destiny. Musics are really cool and all of these different places, environment stuff are really cool. And it's not just a question of budget, you know, like it can be in some movies. There is a purpose, there is a real thing, a real mood. You are saying what?
Listen, Alday. Voice from the Azure world. It's their name for Messiah.
Ah,
It means the Bene Gesserit has been at work here.
Anything superstitions?
They see you. They see the signs.
You see what they've been told to see.
really impressive. I mean, the city looks great, but to do that, you know, to show all of that, how it's done, how it's created, it's impressive.
Shut out. So now to come somewhat. Well, Dickon, Shen.
You know the ancient tongues.
I know many things. I know that you have a weapon conceived in your body.
Ooh.
The weapon is meant as a gift. If you are truly the one,
You think that she is?
It's a crisp knife.
do you know its meaning? The maker of the deep desert. Is that Algai? The mother of the sun.
The mother is as important, you know, as the sun.
Traveling across desert spaces using the sound walk. A dance-like motion with an irregular rhythm. These plants cling to life in a parched, nutrient-poor landscape.
Hide. Ouch.
It's a hunter-seeker. The operator must be nearby.
And that person was coming for you.
6 weeks ago. Ran the hunter-seeker through a water pipe inside the wall.
6 weeks ago.
There's no satellites over Arrakis. Our trade is to die in the dark. His wife is under our protection, and by extension, her son.
You're protecting them, you know how important they are.
I give you my word. We will not harm them.
If the Duke's son lives,
No, our trade is with
my lord, you gave your word to the witch.
Arrakis is Arrakis. And the desert takes the weak.
He's gonna let them die. That's the difference.
Why, Dune?
For 4 weeks, I lived with the Fremen, hidden in the desert in a community called the Siege. 10,000 people.
Oof.
And there are hundreds of sieges. Stop there. Hey! Hey!
What?
Thank you, Stoker, for the gift of your body's moisture.
Okay, that was not an insult, it's the contrary. Ah,
I'm glad you've come. Dangerous spice, but when you have it, go back to this side of the shield wall and leave the desert
I cannot promise not to travel into the desert if duty compels me. But your sieges will be yours forever.
You do? Ah, not Celsius. They are talking in Fahrenheit.
You're the Imperial Ecologist. Thank you.
The judge of peace. The judge of transition.
It cools the body. It recycles the water lost to sweat. Your desert boots are fitted slip fashion at the ankles. Who taught you to do that?
Seeing the right way.
I guess you said you made
Nah.
Are you friendly?
I am accepted in both Stitch and Village.
And you
Home
know
and
the
seal spice in it.
prophecy.
You can see the spice scattered over the surface. You see these spotter aircraft looking for worm sign. Always, they're drawn by rhythmic noises.
By this machine.
They'll call a carry-all to lift the crawler. They'll harvest right up to the last minute.
You're really well organized, but you seem to take a lot of time, you know? Yes, if something is going wrong...
How many men on that crawler?
Crew of 21.
Our ships can take 6 each. It's still 3 short. We'll find a way.
The spice. That's the name of the chosen one, no? You were talking to who? Oh, that's huge!
Bless the Maker and his water. Bless the coming and going of him. May his passage cleanse the world.
That prayer? Again, when you're gonna finally meet the two of you? Oof. Did you see what is gonna happen, or is it symbolic, you know, like you're gonna trust her, she's gonna betray you?
I thought I saw my death. Only it wasn't.
Someone else?
Life is important. Somehow.
The knife and also the one who is...
Hand me a blade. I know you're pregnant.
The things on her face and all, like... Is she a Freeman?
Saduka. Jibukabale. Sakuza Akitafale. Will you protect our son?
My life.
I'm not asking his
I
mother,
see.
I'm asking the Bene Gesserit.
She will.
Why are you having these thoughts?
But she didn't answer. Maybe she won't.
Thought we had more time.
You know what is coming for you?